Trump advisor Stephen Miller just had what can only be described as a live, frothing at the mouth legal meltdown. It didn't happen in private. It didn't happen behind closed doors. It didn't happen anywhere other than on national TV. Stephen Miller is regularly flying off the handle now, ranting and raving and rambling about due process and illegal invaders and threatening to deport people to war zones like it's some kind of twisted game show at this point in time. Here is Miller using, of course, dehumanizing language. You can always count on him to do that. Illegal invaders. And as always, misstating what it is that has been taking place with these deportations and lack of due process and all of it. Take a listen to this, sort of centered around an individual that some call a Maryland father and others call a gang banger.
President Bukele's constituent. He is President Bukele's citizen. He is President Bukele's resident. He is not a Maryland man. He is not a Maryland anything. He is an illegal alien from El Salvador with a deportation order from the United States. He is not legally even allowed to be in our country.
Illegal invaders, right? Not people, not asylum seekers, not even immigrants. These are invaders. And this is exactly the kind of rhetoric that Miller is known for. And it's exactly the kind of rhetoric that he uses when he's gearing up to maybe violate an international law or two and then pretend that it's justice. Now, then it gets even more bizarre because in the second clip, Miller starts listing random countries where they could dump people like human luggage or a package delivery. Listen to this.
So for two reasons, it's completely invalid. But let's just say we wanted to honor it. We're going to say, okay, fine. Yeah. We're going to honor your request not to live in El Salvador. That means he could be sent to Haiti. He could be sent to Yemen. He could be sent to Syria. I mean, those are all the options on the table under his plea.
Isn't this so funny? Isn't this hilarious, the idea here that Stephen Miller is putting forward? This is not policy. This is a revenge fantasy. This is an authoritarianism wet dream. Send people to Haiti. Send them to Yemen, which we're bombing. Send them to Syria, engaged in civil war. Forget safety. Forget due process. Forget international treaties. Forget the Constitution. He wants to sort of like spin a globe and pick a place to drop people into chaos to score political points. And of course, the lack of empathy is the exact point here, because this is the architect of Donald Trump's immigration policy, the guy behind the family separations of the first season of the Trump presidency, the Muslim bans, and then now the brains, or lack thereof, behind Donald Trump's deportation plan. And he is very active in laying the groundwork to break the system from within. Ignore asylum laws, pretend that, this is not a detail. I know that, oh, David, you're getting into semantics. It's not semantics. If you have applied for asylum and have been given a date to reappear, and you are in the United States awaiting that court date, you are here legally. You're not here on a permanent basis, right? This goes back to Vivek and his parents, actually, Vivek Ramaswamy and his parents, and what they are blurring in terms of the lines between here legally and here permanently. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, if you're awaiting an asylum court date, you don't have permanent residency. You're certainly not a citizen, but you are here legally up until the point at which you skip out on that court date. But they want to ignore that. Oh, these people are here illegally. Strip or ignore due process. Treat immigrants like enemy combatants. And you look at the idea of who authoritarian regimes declare to be enemies. One of the ways they start is redefining who counts as a person. And then they turn policy into punishment. Miller's deranged, very much so, but he is exactly the sort of faux strength and fake alpha that Donald Trump absolutely loves. After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. it's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what the echo machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get the Echo Machine right now at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out the Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo.